Yeah, I love it. So let's jump right into it. So when you think about inventing and you think about products, I mean, what a boost we've been at. I think Tampa Bay has a good history for that. I remember I'll tell you a story in a little bit. I met Billy Mays and had a product years ago and met with him, and then unfortunately he passed. And but I love the idea of getting ideas, getting products out there, and finding where those niches might be.
Yeah, so much fun. I've met Billy, all the guys from HSA and QVC. What a great industry. In Florida, as you said, is huge in the invention space.
Yeah, it really is, man. Tell us a little bit of your background, in the limited time, the short version of your background.
Yeah. So I've been doing this almost 20 years, a little over 20 years, taking products to market. Some flunks, some good ones, some big hits, and it's just so much fun doing this. The time goes by so fast.
Yeah.
And what you find is, and we talked about just before the break, is that making products for that niche is so important. Everybody wants to sell to everyone, but when you talk to everyone, no one listens.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You got to have the niches there. And you look at what Chris has done with the Podcasting Association. You look at, just different networking over the years. And when I met Billy, he said, look, it's got to be demonstrable. He wanted things that were demonstrable. He said it's got to have a certain build rate, cost rate to sell rate, like all these different things. There's probably some pretty basic universal truths there in that line of thinking.
True.
Too.
It's huge. Yeah, exactly. There's that. You guys can look at this product and automatically know if it's going to be a hit or not. And you're like, how do you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. So what's one of your favorite stories around your inventing? Being president. First of all, being president of United Inventors Association. I mean, there's a lot to be said there. But what's one of your favorite stories?
Yeah, so I'm proud of that. The United Inventors Association has been around for over 30 years, nonprofit. And one of my favorite stories is, getting on the board and, you think like, wow, I'm on the board of the UA, and then being voted president is just one of those things where holy smokes. And I get to talk to so many people and help so many inventors, getting them on the right path. And, some of the stories are just, these inventors are struggling, and then being able to help them and then giving them that call that their products going on Shark Tank, or they're going to get in Target or one of these big retailers. I mean, it's like they're hitting the lotto. It's so much fun to be able to make those calls.
So cool. Yeah, I've just had our friend Kyle Mastronardo on the show he got to deal with Barbara. So that was neat, kind of relived a little bit of his journey. He was on my show back in, I think, 2013 when I first started. But yeah, I love to hear these stories. I love those ideas. And we're going to talk more off air about my cousin's invention. And that's how Chris had put us in contact. But yeah, I just love the idea of being able, the American dream, right? The American dream is to be able to buy a home, be able to start a business, to be able to invent a product and take it to market.
Yes, it's so important. And it's a business, as you guys know, it's that business piece of it, that logistics. Doing it in the right sequence, in the right order, is very important, because a lot of us had limited resources. It's not just about the money. It's a resource. Your time's a resource. Away from your family, in your garage, is a resource. So doing it in the right place at the right time in the right sequence is very important. And talking to the right people is very big.
Yeah, for every person that you see on Shark Tank that's made it big, there's 10 others that have failed, right?
Oh, hundreds
of fails, yeah.
Yeah, so Shark Tank's big. And what's great about Shark Tank is it really put invention on the map. It used to be a bunch of these guys, and you would think of an inventor, you think of somebody who looked like Einstein in his lab with a lab coat, and people thought we were wacky, crazy people. But now Shark Tank has brought us to that forefront, and inventing is big now.
Yeah, it's interesting. What's one of your famous products?
So something that I'm really super proud of right now is a product called Knobbies, Knobez. It's a little product that's decorative. You can decorate the knobs and little things in your home and for different holidays. But it sounds like such a small, crazy idea. But the woman, Morgan, is selling huge amounts of this product. Wow. And she's a school teacher.
Yep.
She thought of this idea and put everything into it. And it's just a huge success. And that's what I love to see.
Wow, that's interesting. And then Shark Tank, you've had several products on Shark Tank.
Yeah, at least once a year, our company has a product on Shark Tank that we've done. Now, it's usually the inventors. And when I say that, we are helping the inventors succeed.
Sure. Yeah.
So I don't take credit for the product, but I love taking credit for helping them. There's no doubt about it. And hey, listen, I love making money. We love making these products, and they get to sell them, and they get to, as you said, live that American dream. And Shark Tank, again, is a big part of that.
Yeah, that's really cool, because any sports team, any team, you got the front office, back office, you got of course the coaching staff in the locker room. I mean, there's levels to each organization, and I think that's key.
Correct.
Having that mastermind, especially someone like you with your years of experience and knowledge, you can help literally save people thousands of dollars and multiple headaches when it comes to the process, right?
Yeah, that process and those missteps can stop you from being successful.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, we talked about the resources. You have this limited resources. You need to put them in the right place at the right time. And if you don't, it could be that roadblock. And we hear it all the time. I had that idea, but I wasn't able to move forward.
Yeah.
And it's very important we do it in the right steps in the right sequence. And I'll keep saying that. Super important.
Yeah, I had that idea. I've been watching the TV, right? I had that idea, but I never did anything with it, right?
Correct.
You hear that so many times.
All the time.
If you just joined us, we're talking with Carmine Danisco, and he is president of the United Inventors Association. Also, his company is called Earmark, prototyping, product manufacturing, and sourcing. So you have the connections to different markets to help manufacture these types of products and things of that nature, Carmine?
Yeah, so we work with countries all over the world, not just specific Asian countries, Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala, depending on the trick, and I don't like using the word trick, is to make your product in the right place at the right time with the right technology. It's not just about the price or it has to be done with good quality, especially in this global enterprise, global economy. People want a good value, a good product.
Yeah, and you hear these stories too about China ripping people off, you know, what's your insights into that? The patent, does it really mean that you have a patent for 7 years, or can that be kind of pierced?
You know, it's funny you say, I'm going up to Congress on Thursday speaking with a congressional group on patents and worthwhile. So on Thursday, I'll be talking about that. But, you know, patents, because products don't have as long as shelf life anymore.
Okay.
I mean, let's think about it. It's very fast moving.
Yeah.
The patent isn't as important as, say, a design patent or a provisional patent, which gives you a year. Patents are very expensive. I love patent attorneys, and some of my great friends.
Yeah.
But again, it's part of the plan, the overall plan that you have to put together. Do I really need this product for 20 years? Do I need a patent for 20 years? So it's one of those things where you got to really step back and say, what should I do in the right sequence? But patents are, and intellectual property is important.
Yeah, Alex, any questions for Carmine? You know, I love the idea of inventing and entrepreneurship. You're a business owner. We're heavy in entrepreneurship in our business. Any questions come to mind for Carmine?
What's your experience with like drop shipping and stuff like that? Because that's like a big thing that a lot of companies and people or startups are doing to try to get their products rolling. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's expensive shipping. My God, it's crazy. Like I have shipping, it costs more than the product sometimes. So do whatever you can and find the best cost, the best value in drop shipping. It's very important that you do that. People expect, you know, Amazon killed us because they're delivering stuff in a day, sometimes the same day, and we're trying to keep up with that.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't want to keep up with those big conglomerates, but get a good price, good shipping, and drop shipping is important to be able to deliver it to people correctly.
So, but the first step though is getting your product all situated and in line.
Yes, 100%. If you could do it on your own, I know people that have converted their garage into a warehouse and they can ship it themselves, and just to save that money because it's expensive, you know. So start off low cost of dough and make that money. You know, making the money and bringing those funds in is so important now.
Cash flow. Cash is king, and always has been, always will be. Cash flow. Carmine Danisco. Check him out online. You can find him on his website, earmarksourcing.com. Earmarksourcing.com. Carmine Danisco. Thanks for coming in, man.
Love it. Thank you.
Appreciate it. And